This is the third time that I have tried to record this. I want everyone to know that has ever given me like any ounce of attention that you have given this channel. All this shit's off the dome, baby. What have I struggled to film that I'm on my third take now? It's mainly my disgust towards Abigail Spanberger in this current moment. But then as I think about her, I realize that I think that the powers that be, like certain politicians, becoming a governor isn't nothing, right? Like it has legitimate powers to it. Imagine you gave someone a Ferrari and then they didn't drive it. Like, it has all this potential. It has the ability to do pretty much just go fast, right? But just imagine that Ferrari could do backflips and could do could transform into a fucking robot and blah, blah, blah. And that someone was given that Ferrari and they just sat in the Ferrari. That's what I feel like certain politicians are. They literally have the power. There's nothing there's no denying it. At this current moment in time, Zohran Mamdani is like a shining example of the fact that New York City is so populated, it actually operates completely different than most cities do. Being the mayor of New York is second to becoming president. So there is a drastically it's a big difference, but he's just a mayor. And as a mayor, I don't need to update y'all on all the great things that I keep seeing out of New York, because fucking can't have shit in Virginia. But I currently live in the capital of my state. It's one of the most populated cities in my state. And yet it is it's an uphill climb for progress, but it seems like I don't even know what to say. Abigail Spanberger is retroactively just going against all of her promises, mainly because she's a pussy. And maybe I gotta update my vernacular. She's a coward. She's a lowlife. She's a nothing ass person. Going against, in this current time that we live, we're not here for compromise. It's not a matter of trying to find the best solution. The people have given her a direct order. And she's just kind of I don't know, guys. 3 things that I've already 4 things, holy fuck, just off the dome that I'm aware of, is she's going against her promises for making prescription drugs affordable. I just read something that she's gearing up to veto that. I just read something about how we have another data center in Henrico, of all places, that people don't fucking want. And apparently they've taken over a piece of land that is supposed to be given to the people, but fuck it, data center. She vetoed legalizing marijuana, even though it was a promise of hers apparently, and effectively just is a Republican in blue. I don't believe in labels. The idea of a Republican Party and a Democratic Party, that's not real. It's just a group of people who are getting together and they're trying to get their friends elected. That I get it. You can give them the name that they want to call themselves. I don't give a shit. I don't support their pronouns. Like, I fucking hate Democrats. I hate Republicans. I'm starting to hate Democrats a little bit more, but I'll never be a fucking Republican. Never. My point is that I almost like respect Republicans for being so like, this is what I feel like and I'm gonna do it. And I'm just like, it's honesty, even if it's delusional honesty. It's honesty, and that's why Republicans have a fucking camp. It's because as delulu and stupid and fucking crazy that party can be, the promises are being kept. And I think they're pussies. Like, the Democrat leaders themselves probably can't fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just a bunch of old shitty ass people, and then the fucking younger people are just bitches. You know what I'm saying? But Democrats are cowardly as fuck. This whole, like, I need people to be more blatantly like, honestly, why can't we curse? I need these politicians to be like, fuck you to the people that are actively trying to murder, legalize rape. Like, that's just what Republicans feel like. They're actively trying to like lower the age of consent. Like, that's what it feels like. These are monster ass people. And when Democrats don't face, like, they're like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna take care of the problems and do nothing, they feel like the cops in Uvalde who didn't do shit like they promised they would. Like, the decisions that these people are making, and I personally, like, why I get so infuriated is that everything, like, if we're not getting benefits, if we're not getting like benefits from having these politicians, like if we're not getting healthcare, if they keep denying us opportunities to make money, if they keep like fucking over unions' rights, if they keep fucking over like the environment, that stuff leads to death. All right, boy. Listen. Hey. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. All of these laws and legislation shit that doesn't get passed, or all of these things that are supposed to help people that our politicians won't enact or won't try or are too afraid to like do, it leads to death. Not making more money, it can cost you what? Like some food today, like a better meal, a better medicine, some warmer clothes, fucking medicine, band-aids, like shit like that. Like, the more we continue to fuck over the livelihood of people, the more death that occurs. I don't inherently support crime. Crime is what we label as crime is what was labeled by the oppressor, the people up in charge. Like some of these things that happen to us or that we consider to be crimes, like smoking weed, for example, I don't feel like I'm a bad person for doing that, right? I believe that things like theft, robbery, certain cases of murder, I think that there's a correlating factor to all of the bullshit, right? So there's a very clear, direct line of like, man, I feel like because people without a lot of opportunity, it's not an inherent like thing. You're not born a person that's going to become a piece of shit. Like, that's not your inherent, like that's not what your heart is here to do. Your brain is not designed to just automatically become a piece of shit, respectfully. people under pressure make the worst decisions if you're not pressure proof. No, if you're not eating right, if you're starving, like legitimately, like that's gonna fuck with your head psychologically. In the natural order of things, you know, people, we're not educated on how to hunt food. I don't know how to fucking kill a squirrel and cook it. You know, I got the YouTube channel, but my point is like, people out here not even trying to survive for themselves. They got children. There's a real part inside of me that doesn't feel bad if someone's justification for the bad thing that they did was to benefit themselves in a way, or for their family. You know, like if you're just some jealous prick who fucking kills your ex, that's fuck you. I don't believe that the economy affected your decision in that regard. But I do feel like a lot of things in regards to like gang violence, and I am not talking about black people. I am not talking about Hispanic people. I am talking about anybody that's sort of like in that world of any degree. You're not there because you were born that way. It's because of the fucking economy. It's because of the fucking like this or that. You know, I guess a lot of people's problems start at the household that they were born in, or the way that they came up. And it's not unreasonable to suggest that, like, if you have a poor, or both of your parents are poor in a way, that might lead you down the bad or a not great path. And that's not inherently an individual's fault. It's your governor's fault. It's your fucking mayor's fault. I saw a comedian make a joke recently that she was too old to be watching South Park, and like she couldn't help, but she can't laugh at Cartman. She just feels like the environment around him failed him. And that's real. That's like completely fair. Without proof, I can't automatically believe in all the conspiracy theories that I think of, but it does feel like the CIA is setting up people. You know what I mean? The whole, you know, everything. I keep thinking about galaxy gas, bro. Like, what the fuck was that? That felt like the CIA. But I feel like people in these weird positions, poverty, and then like all the drugs and all of this and that, galaxy gas is allowed to exist, and that is why people are doing it. It's all this, like, I remember when that shit was popping off, and like even I fell into it. I'm like looking at the individual and I'm like, what the fuck? But you know, I'm assuming that if you're doing galaxy gas, you've done other things. Our government is spending more money and focus on like Israel, Iran war, and I don't know why we went, where did we even go? Colombia? I don't know why the fuck we kidnapped that president for. I don't know why we're involved. But what I do know is that we could allocate our resources into like, you know, fighting the cartels and shit like that, but we're not. We're sort of like, we're looking at Home Depot, like people that are trying to like help or get work, and we're calling them the cartel instead of the actual cartel. And so there's this part of me that's like, yeah, I want to blame the individual for doing cocaine, but at the same time, my government's not stopping the importation of fucking cocaine. And I think of some stories like Bobby Brown, famous singer, his introduction to cocaine was because he was a child, and his brain chemistry was altered, and now he's fucking addicted to cocaine. But it wasn't his fault. Like people can say what they want to say about addicts and this, that, and the third, but the pipeline that got cocaine or crack or anything in front of a child, it's your governor's fault. It's your mayor's fault. It's your police chief's fault. It's your president's fault. Like, we are one of the richest countries in the world. I no longer think we're the richest, but there's money here, apparently. And we can't allocate our resources to fucking help people. If you follow the Instagram, I'm a little bit of an insomniac. I do not shy away from my audience. I'm a little and sometimes you gotta acknowledge that within yourself if you're gonna be out here talking to people. But I was up at 4 a.m. wandering through the streets, ranting and talking out loud like a crazy person, because I am. And like I said, I live in a beautiful city. I'm in the fucking capital of my state, and I have no problems. My problem with homeless people, my problem with homeless people is not the homeless people. It's the fact that, yeah, I live in the capital of my state, and this politician who made a bunch of fucking promises, is getting paid by my dollar, is living in a mansion. They got private chefs in that bitch. And down the road from that mansion, the governor's mansion, there are homeless people sleeping in a garage. Right down the street from me is the Richmond's Public Library, or one of them, and there are people sleeping outside of this public space, the public library. And very easily, I feel as though I would like my tax dollar to go to the public library to have an employee or something to allow those people to sleep inside the library. But my bitch ass governor of a bitch, who's a bitch, because fuck you, Abigail. That's such an easy thing to do. I gotta remember these people's names because I don't like them. I don't know what powers that be that the mayor has here. I feel as though, considering, again, I keep pointing this out, I live in a capital. I live in the capital. I feel like the mayor of a capital has got to have some resources, right? Has got to have some fucking, like, ability to do more. Mamdani has shown that we can have, we could have so many better, we could have so much better, we could have so much. We could have so much more. But, nah, let's not. I don't need to be an educated person to know that they can do more. With little information I know about our political system is that it is a malleable thing. And that if at the whole fucking point of it all was that we, the people, could make what we wanted happen. That's literally the essence of the United States political system. And when we've let shitty people mismanage our system, we end up with fucking nothing. Nothing for you, nothing for the other person, nothing for anybody. You know, the only props I can give any politician that in the territories, counties that I live in, is solely that I have not seen this city burn to the ground yet. Yeah. 20 minutes? Jesus Christ. Why are you still listening? Thank you. Things that I fucking hate. The parking, people parking, like fucking, fuck you. I don't want that. I am a citizen of this state and of this city. I no longer want that stupid, what is it, is SP plus. All of you people that work for that company, fuck you. Fuck you and your whole fucking existence. Get a different fucking job, you lazy pieces of shit. I found out Abigail added a tax to the laundromat. As a person whom at some point needed to use that, I have seen people in that predicament. I have no judgment. I genuinely have no judgment. It's just that, like, hey, you know, sometimes we can tell that people aren't doing the greatest, and you know, that's the thing about the laundromat to me. I think that that's a blatant and shining example of people who may not have a lot trying to do better for themselves. I get it. It's just cleaning your clothes, but you got to fucking take it there. You know what I mean? You got to take it all the way there. You know, every time I go to the laundromat, it's families in there. It's a mom and a dad, and it's like, and the kids out there running around in the laundromat. And that's the best part of it all, always. You know what I'm saying? I grew up sometimes going to the laundromat, you know. And it's a necessity. It's a need. And instead of there's an opposite side to taxing the laundromat. It's taxing something else and making the laundromat free. You're already taxing me. I'm speaking as a citizen. Give that shit to people for free. Let people clean they fucking clothes for free. Hell, I'm trying to list things that I fucking hate and that I experience and shit like that, but like, this is sort of a tangent, but like, if it were up to me, if you are renting to people, it should be illegal to charge for laundry if you're not supplying a laundry unit in a home. And this is where I think about like health. Like, I'm thinking about clothes. I'm sticking to clothes, but like, I feel like my points are I could say it about the next thing. That if you don't have clean clothes like that, and respectfully, being dirty is unhealthy. That could lead to things that can lead to death. It's not always that deep, but everything like improper, that's what it leads to is death. If families need to clean their clothes, one of the things, and I mentioned I'm going to be a father soon. I just learned about, like, I've heard the term before, but like I'm learning more about it, of sudden infant death. Oh my fucking God, man. Sorry, give me a moment. I'll be damned. I say I'd be damned if my child is taken from me for some you know. And I'm gonna do everything I can. You know, I'm gonna be very healthy with that, with my baby and all that other stuff. But I'm in a good place, right? I'm here to start a family. Like, I can do that, but I don't think it's anyone's fault if you end up in poverty with a child. And poverty leads to things. It leads to uncleanliness. It leads to this or that. And again, like I said, the laundromat is a blatant example of people trying. You know what I mean? Like cleaning their clothes, this and that. If you have an infant, like shit needs to be clean. That like hygiene and things like that. It's what can cause. It's called SID, SID. And there's a tax on the laundromat. I don't know. I'm thinking about like that new mother that might be at the laundromat right now. And she's getting taxed. Yeah, fuck you, Abigail. Like, actually, fuck you. Because it's like that, y'all. Like, if you're watching this, like, that's what it is. I really love the people of Richmond. And anytime I just think that we're being screwed over and things like that, it truthfully bothers me. I'm going to wrap this up because the mother of my child is currently calling. But be blessed, be safe, be healthy. Peace out.